I'm making something. UPS ground shipping. All right. This guy ain't playing. Our phone numbers are not on it, right?
It is.
Our phone numbers too.
Yep.
Okay, that's good. Yeah, you did.
All right. Yeah, we up and running. I'm gonna crack the mics in a minute. Give me a second to get your watch party started. It's the one night show. Sunday once again. We're doing it once again. Get your watch party started. I'm popping you in, Stan.
Okay, cool.
The mics are live.
All right.
Everybody? We all? I'm not.
All right, Mike. You hanging? All right, Mike. All right. Got Big Mike in the house.
All right. Yeah. Okay. Now I can.
Yeah.
See,
Now
now,
good.
now Sandra can bop her head a little bit.
All right.
I wasn't hearing no music.
Yeah, there we go. All right. So we once again, one night, just another Sunday. We're giving y'all a chance to get into your watch parties.
Share.
Yes.
This is One Night to TV, the One Night to podcast, the One Night to show with one. We got news, right? We got a lot of news today.
Yeah.
We got big stuff that we're gonna talk about.
Here
A lot
we
of
go.
things have happened. A lot of things have happened. Are you ready? I'm gonna hit the button. 1, 2, 3, and we're in, people. We're in. All right. One night you're in the house.
Yes, here we are.
Man, you know what? I got to start out by talking about the week, right? Because the week was really powerful, particularly last weekend, right? Last weekend I got a chance to speak up at the Vigil, at Sandra Coleman's Vigil, right? And it was just great. It was wonderful. I mean, there was a nice amount of people out there, and we marched. Right? And they wanted me to lead the march, but I just felt like I couldn't come up with nothing slick to say. You know what I'm saying? And then Sandra's like, nah, I'll just stand next to you. And Sandra, she'd march, you know, what do we want? Peace. What do we want? Justice now. Yeah.
Oppression equals depression.
It was like the oppression equals oppression. And they all saying such cool stuff. And I was like, you know what? Maybe they're writing something before I got there. I might have did it. And I was able to do the speech that I wanted to do, which I talked about 51 candidates running from out of the NYCHA housing, which will be part of the conversation even today, getting our own candidates in there so we can do that. And we'll make that sort of part of the conversation and how we want to feel and move towards that. And other than that, I mean, during the week, you know, all the other podcasts that we do, you know, we did ESP's show on Friday night, and she talked about the school situation. So the school situation is if you didn't opt out by August 7th to get so your kid can be homeschooled, then they have to go to school in September.
Wow, yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, and they hadn't really let that information be known, and we just kind of found out on the humble. Then we had the Raw Perspective with my man Lazy Lays. That was a great show, and they were talking about where blacks are from before to now, and the progress and all that. And he had some scholars on that.
Okay.
That were really like going in.
Nice.
Like, it wasn't just like some hip hop is talking. This guy was a historian, and the other guy was Dr. Somebody, and they were really going in, and that was nice. And then, of course, here we are. We call this the grand finale of the Boardwalk Global Media Podcast Power Weekend.
All right.
Because we keep everybody locked in until Sunday, and this is like the last thing.
Okay.
So, Sandrea, what you been doing? What was your week like? What's happening with you?
Well, greetings all. Once again, I'm Sandra Coleman, one of the co-founders of the Holmes Isaacs Coalition. I'm on the community board, just been busy, running, help organizing one of the organizers of the Upper East Side Vigil, which we had Rock Logic out on Sunday. And give them some, please.
Yeah.
Give them some.
All right.
Damn, y'all.
Give them the beat, too, please.
You know what? We need that. I came, y'all.
Yes.
Yeah, it was a good time.
It was powerful just to just to have him out there marching with us, a celebrity at that.
Yes.
Just out there marching with us and meeting, new people, building new relationships.
Yeah.
Also, Lisa spoke out there. Lisa Vasquez spoke out on Friday.
Oh, okay.
I mean, it was even raining a little bit, and she was powerful
Wow.
speaker. Shout out to you, sis, if you're
Shout out
watching.
Lisa
I give it a
Yes.
hand claps. Because you said she was dope.
Yeah, she was good. Yeah, really good.
Very good.
And before that, I was with her earlier, and I was at a Council to Rent a rally at Foley Square. She had me come out. I think she needed you too, but you was busy doing other things.
Exactly.
And Donnelly was out there, so and it was some heavy hitters, and I was happy to be amongst them, and we was getting it done out there. So when they went to do the march, I was like, okay, gotta get uptown. But other than that, we did some mass distribution, voter registration drive, and citizens awareness this week. So just staying busy in the community and things.
Exactly.
And Donnelly was out.
Good.
But yeah, all is good, and I'm happy who we have here today. One of our other people.
Let's give it to Mike.
Yeah.
Mike Jones, ladies and
Mike.
gentlemen.
Who?
Oops. Yeah.
Talk to us, brother.
Yeah. I'm Mike Jones, one of the co-founders, co-hosts for One Night Show, also one of the organizers. And got us team some fly cards.
Yes. Got our business cards, y'all. Here they are.
Yeah.
Handed them out.
They look nice.
Can
Good
I
job,
show
Mike.
that? Can I show that? I want to
Yeah,
show
you
that.
can show.
I want to. Yeah. I mean, it was really. I didn't even know you were doing it, and I mean, maybe
Yeah.
it was. Sometimes I get tuned out, and I don't even know and stuff.
Anytime somebody want to contact One Night Show, you can hand us one of our cards.
Really
Yeah.
trying. I know it's sort of because of the green screen. And it's got the back with the logo on.
Ooh, nice and clear. Look at
Yeah.
Yeah, it's nice.
Yeah.
They did a nice
Great
job.
job. Yeah.
Very good,
Nice
very
nice
good.
stock cards too. Yeah.
Yes, yeah,
Nice
they did a
price
great job,
too.
Mike.
So yeah,
It's really
thank you for
dope.
that.
Yeah. So come on, Mike.
Well,
You here finally?
I know.
Yeah, talk
Don't
to
get
us.
don't get tongue tied
What's going
now.
on in your
Yes,
community?
sir.
What's
Yeah.
going on in
Well,
your community?
I know
What's happening?
since this, next week I'm going on family vacation. This week been kind of tied up, but I know me and Stan also went out to Ravenswood to hand out
Yes,
some food
yes.
the week before that, last Wednesday.
And we'll be out there again this coming Wednesday.
And one thing I can say is that they had people out there that was a lot of elder people out there was taking the boxes and also helping as well. I barely seen some young people. They had a few, but I barely seen some young folks, and me and Stan barely seen any housing workers though, and it was in the morning.
That was
Barely
interesting.
seen any housing workers. I mean, doing anything. We seen one. He just walked right by, put the broom and dustpan down, and then just left it there. But
They on them. They on those 4 and 10. What's that? 4 days, 10-hour shifts or something like that now.
Is that what it
Is that what it is?
is?
Yeah.
That's the new clock?
Yeah.
Well,
so
them workers out there wasn't doing
but
nothing.
they want, yeah.
I'm like, wow,
Yeah.
what are you just walking around doing nothing?
yeah.
But we handed out some food. We helped out a little bit more, cleaned up a little bit, and we did our thing. Me and
Yes.
Stan.
Awesome.
Yes.
Awesome.
Nice. Okay. So y'all handed out some food, did some stuff.
Spoke to a lot of people.
Did you do any shaming this week, Stan?
Well, yes.
Any shaming went on?
Yeah, well, pretty much. I'm gonna have an announcement that comes after the shaming. We
Yeah.
had a phone call with Donovan Mitchell. He's the Queensboro president.
Okay.
It was myself on the phone and some members from Justice for All. Big shout out to Justice for All and the Western Queens CLT group.
Right.
So we were all on the call trying to figure out, what does he stand for? We trying to push for more CLTs and as opposed to what normally happens, billionaires coming in and building and doing what they want with your LIC. And, so after that phone call, we all kind of were very frustrated because you really can't get a straight answer from these politicians. You never, ever get a straight answer. They just talk and talk and talk. So after the phone call, a couple of emails went out, and folks were like, well, Stan, why don't you run? We need to have somebody to run against him who's going to represent what we all represent and stop begging these politicians to do what's right for the people.
Okay.
So after that, I pondered, I ran for city council about 30 years ago, and I got thrown off the ballot. They challenged on my signatures. And so after all that work, to not be able to run, I vowed never to run for office again. I solely turned off. But when I got the call, I can't really encourage other people to do it. I can't come on this show and talk to other candidates or encourage Jaja Taylor to run or anybody if I'm not willing to do that myself. So after giving it some thought, I'm going to enter the race. I don't know how or what is going to happen.
Stan Morse, you get the beat.
Yeah.
Yes.
Stan, you running?
I'm going to run.
Wow.
I'm gonna run.
What
So
office you going for?
this is Queensboro president. The election is in 2021, so we got about a year to really build up for, a lot of work to do. And it's going to really come down to raising enough money. We have enough support, with Justice for All and Western Queens, CLT, and all the other groups that's kind of like part of the anti-Amazon fight. Many of those groups, we all kind of stayed together. So I believe that we'll have support there.
Yeah.
But I guess the question is going to be really raising enough money to really put on a viable campaign. If that is to happen, I'm going to go for it. Just like basketball, I don't like to lose. So I really want to. We want to win.
You got this.
This is not going to be just like a protest type of thing. We really want to win and bring change to Queens and then the entire city. And what we're calling for, first of all, is a moratorium on all development. We feel development should just stop for a minute.
Right.
It's too much development in Long Island City and Queens as a whole, really all over the city. Especially now during a time where we have more homelessness. There's more suffering because of this pandemic. For billionaires to continue to make more billions. On top of the suffering and pain of all of us, just isn't correct. So for that reason, I'm gonna put my hat in the ring.
Awesome.
And we're gonna see where it goes. So I'm gonna be looking for support,
Of course.
from all folks who want the average person.
Right.
I don't want to be a politician, and I'm not a politician. I'm gonna be an activist.
Right.
So I'll just be doing kind of the same thing I'm doing now. But with a bigger microphone, so to speak, and that's really why I'm going to do it.
You're not going to be taken from developers, right?
No, there'll be no development money and welcome in this campaign at all. So this is going to be strictly from the grassroots, from the people, and it will be what the people want.
Yeah.
So wherever the people take it is where it will go.
What's so great about that is you can get support. Like I said, we were talking about your district. You need whatever you're going to need from your district donors. But the greatest part of it is that you are so known in the city of the work you're doing that you're going to get support from the Holmes Isaac Coalition, the Up East Side Vigil. I mean, people are going to back you, one way or another, rather standing with you financially, of course, and then some. So you want to be a very viable candidate. So what is the incumbent? What is he?
It's Donovan Richards. He's a brother. He's a Democrat.
He's a Democrat. Okay.
But in that phone call with him, you really couldn't find out where he stands. He kind of said, "Well, I'll help you guys with COTs," but he takes money from these developers. So he's been doing that for a while. And that is a red flag right off the bat. And then you can't get a straight answer from him. And so we got to push him out.
Is anybody else in the race already?
I have no idea.
Okay.
I haven't done any
We got a lot of homework to do.
We got a lot of homework.
Okay.
I'm thinking that you're probably the first. That's what I'm thinking. You're the first
Because he's an incumbent too.
Right. And so here it is. It's a go. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So you'd rather be the first so you get the most traction.
Right.
So we get your traction up, we get your appearances up, we get you going, and then the sky's the limit. Whatever donations we got to receive, and I know we got to figure out the match dollar for dollar thing or something that happens.
Right.
Remember that and all those things, right?
District, yeah.
To get that going, and then we take it. We take this all the way to the to the office.
Right.
Absolutely.
Straight to the borough presidency.
And it'd be great. Imagine if I won it, and also Jocelyn won. Then that changed the city.
Automatic.
So support her campaign too. We were talking, and it's a struggle to raise money.
Yeah.
I know she's having a difficult time.
On clear, Jocelyn Taylor, she's running for mayor.
Right.
So look at this dynamic, right? You have Jocelyn Taylor from Nycha running for mayor.
Right.
You have Stan Morse running for the Queens borough president, right? President
Straight out of Nycha.
Right? Straight out of Nycha.
Right.
Guess what? Things have just changed.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And this is what I'm trying to tell you.
Nycha matters.
Yes.
Nycha
matters. That's right.
Nycha matters.
And we've been trying to, this was my whole conversation that I've been having, and I got to talk to the good Reverend Doctor Gregory Livingston, right? Because I really want to put forth this motion that we're going to get people from Nycha to run for office. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
City council, right? Let's change it from the inside out. You guys and me and myself, I'm tired of asking these people, who don't care about us, for something, right? You know what that's like, right? That's like going to Dracula, right? With your vein and your neck exposed and going, please stop the bleeding, right? You understand what I'm saying?
Right, exactly.
That's what you do it, right? So why would you do that when you can let's get our own candidates?
Exactly.
Right.
People that care, right?
And we really have to get people involved. I know you plan on running, right, for Resident Association president. I plan on running as well. It's either high, low. It doesn't matter. Get into the
Get to the
this place
system.
where you can make decisions.
That's
Correct.
right.
You know
That's
what I'm
right.
saying? So,
Mike, what are you running for? What's Mike running for?
I'm running for Ravenswood president.
Resident Association president.
Oh, word?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, is that like the TA president? Or is
Yeah,
that
same thing,
Same
same
thing.
thing.
All right, TA president.
Different name.
Yeah, you going for it. I think you a shoo-in, bro.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
you good. You put in too much work in that community.
Yes.
For you not to win that one. How many votes you need?
I mean, it actually depends, but we just got the bylaws with Ilana, and she was because I was brand new to it at the time. When October was it?
Yeah.
October when I was telling Stan, I'm planning on running for Ravenswood president, for the TA president, and he was like, "Oh, really? Oh, we can help you out with that." And then,
Absolutely.
after that, we started putting a little bit more work, and then that's when this pandemic thing started happening.
Right.
So
Right.
things started slowing down, and then we heard more
Everybody's
words
campaign
talking about
off.
that president, the TA president campaign went through already or something
Right.
like
So
that.
it's always.
And then it's
Yeah,
always a
man.
different story.
Yep,
we
that's
heard
right.
that it went
Right.
through, then we heard it got extended, went to another year, and then, I mean, it looked like they were trying to confuse me.
Mm-hmm.
They're trying
Right.
to confuse me because I know a lot of people in Ravenswood. I mean, I was there since about 2001,
Yeah.
and
So you
I know a lot of
basically
people
got 20 years in.
Right.
yeah,
Right.
I know a lot of people that will vote for me. I mean, I spoke to a few people already, and they said they would vote for me. So I mean, I don't know if they're trying to confuse me, don't want me, but that's why I got the bylaws. We're gonna sit there and
Right.
figure things out on our own. Because I ain't gonna ask them for help. Like you
Probably
said,
need to
nobody's gonna help us if they don't want us to help.
Contact.
If they in that position with power, they're gonna want to stay in that position of power. They ain't gonna want
right.
to give it up.
Deal with resident engagement
That's
too,
right.
because they will know exactly when elections are.
The
due.
rule of thumb is simple. Power is never given. It is
Right.
always taken.
That's right.
Right.
We
Right.
take
Right.
power.
That's
No one
right.
gives you power. The
Right.
powerful are trying to stay powerful.
Yeah.
You take power.
That's
You know what I'm
right.
saying? So this is what we got. This is the new way that I want this
Yeah.
Nycha situation to move.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Grant, I'm not telling people to stop writing the letters. I'm not telling you all to, not voice your complaints and stuff and your concerns. But what I am saying is let's take power.
Yeah.
Any other culture, that's what they've done to become
Yep.
successful or to become political. They take power.
Right.
You know what I'm
Right.
saying? And they do that through the process that has been exposed to us since the beginning of us being in the United States, which
Right.
is voting.
Right.
Right? But instead of now, just think about what we've been doing wrong. Someone puts a candidate in front of us and we vote for him. Well, screw that. Let's put our own candidate in front of us
Right.
and vote for him. And now he's not a stranger.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? We voting for friends. Let's get our people in there, then we run the city.
Yeah, and Mike
right.
was also looking into the community board also.
Yeah.
So I had him pull up the application, and we had a conversation about that because that's another stepping stone. A
Yep.
lot of people sleep on that.
Yeah.
It's one thing going to the meetings, but being appointed to the board, which I am, that's a whole nother animal. You get to help make decisions. You get to vote and stuff like that. So yeah, and it's training. It's training for
And it's
the
training.
next level.
If I
Soon
run
Mike's
for-
going to be out there. It's only a matter of time.
If I was to run for, when I run for like he's going for Queensborough president. Like when I become president for Ravenswood, I would like to go up. I'm not going to stay Ravenswood president. I would like to be. Hopefully, I could be the mayor one day. Hopefully,
Why
I
not?
could be the governor one day.
Why not?
Hopefully, I can be a senator or the president one day. I mean, I'm not going to sit there and just stop at a little minute space like that. I will,
Although that's not a minor space. I mean,
It's a
minute,
minute.
when
that's
I
a
said
powerful.
minute,
Yeah, that's
minute
powerful.
as
That's
it-
powerful.
like I'm talking about like a president for TA president.
Right.
Like, you just have power over that
Development.
housing development.
Right.
But if you have become mayor, you have power authority over the city. You can make changes over the city.
And there's a
right.
If
salary,
you-
resident association, there's a difference, right?
Right.
There's a
If
salary
you're the
also
governor,
for.
you make certain decisions for the state. And same thing when you go up to above any executive position, you make decisions on what you have the authority over, like the president have authority over.
Stick with Stan.
Yeah, well,
When you get in, stick with Stan.
I ain't covered. I ain't
President has
covered. I ain't
authority
covered
over this
tonight.
Need to
country.
shadow. You got to start shadowing people
Yeah.
too. Yeah.
Right.
And he could
I
win.
just gotta do a big shout out to ESP. She's in the room. She's coming. She said the hardest working pastor in New York, Sandrea.
Yes.
Love you, sis. I'm not a pastor though. A lot of
Right,
people
she
call
said,
me a
"She don't stop
pastor. Right?
working."
All right.
She got
Love it.
all
Love
of
it. Love it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Stan's
Love you,
in-
sis.
Stan's in control, man. Stan's got it going. Dr. Malik Smalls was who I was talking about that was on Laser's show.
All right.
Yeah, so it's a lot of, getting some comments. Yep. Okay, so what went up in the chat room, I don't know why it's not coming up here, but in my watch party, the Jocelyn Taylor, ESP put that up, that you can go to her website to donate to her campaign, which is taylorfor2021.com, right? And there you
Please support. Please
Yeah.
support.
please support that, because once again, she's our artist. Our artist. She's our candidate.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? So you really want to make sure that you actually,
Right, she's
that we
fighting
get
for
that.
us.
Right.
And she's real. She's always in the community.
Yeah.
Cameras, no cameras. You know,
Right.
she's out there handing out food.
Born
with
and
us
raised. Born and
yeah.
raised in the pink
Yeah.
houses. So
you got to support
yeah.
that.
Yeah, 100%. So first, I want to address Mike first. Mike, just first of all, right? It's like, let me give you structure, right? It's like going to school, right? You go to first grade, second grade, third grade, fourth grade, fifth grade. Well, okay, TA president, first grade.
Right.
Right? This is where it starts, baby. This is first grade.
Right.
And you're going to learn that first grade. You're going to learn it well. It's going to get learned well. And then you move to the next thing.
Right.
And then you keep going, That's, every grade is like your training ground.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? For the next thing. So you get your boots wet there, free position. You start to understand how to maneuver people, because that's a big deal. Any president, any politician, any CEO of any company, you have to understand how to move people. That's key. You have to understand how to move people and get them motivated to do what you want them to do. And sometimes it might be even a contraindication to what they want to do, right? But but your intent is right, and it's better for them. You know what I'm saying? Not everybody wants to do what you want to do. You know what I'm saying? Not everybody wanted to do what Barack Obama wanted to do. Not everybody wanted to do, and I'm naming the people that used to get people to do stuff that they didn't really want to do it, but they did it anyway. Bill Clinton was the king of that. People did not want to do stuff, and Bill Clinton had a way of talking and massaging them. They had a Simpsons episode with that, right? And that they were showing, like, Bill Clinton ended up sleeping with Marge, right? And the whole joke was Bill Clinton could get anybody to do anything, right? And then at the end of the show, and Homer's complaining about it, right? And then at the end of the show, he's in bed with Homer. You know what I'm saying? And Homer's like, it's true. You know what I'm saying? But that's all these politicians, these great politicians, are great auditors, right? And they know how to get people motivated to do sometimes what they don't want to do.
Yeah.
Or, to be able to go across the aisle, right, to the Republican and you're a Democrat, or vice versa, and get people to come together and work together. These are the steps that you're going to learn in your situation, because you're going to organize meetings and stuff.
Yeah.
So.
And I'm excited for Stan too, because once the endorsements start coming out, like, wow, like from different organizations and personal endorsements, like, I personally endorsed Congresswoman Carolyn Maloney, myself. Like, so when you out there and you doing what you do and you a leader in your community, you can actually carry somebody. You can literally carry them.
I want to add to that. Your endorsement and her support in Manhattan is what made her win. She was losing with the count, or it was real close coming out of Queens.
Yeah.
But then when they got to the Manhattan vote, I know
she had a lot of people, right? Yeah,
it pulled her through. It pulled her through.
And they really promoted the absentee, ballots, to put the COVID. They was drilling it into us, not just her, being Kalos and all of them was like telling us, do it. You don't need to be online and stuff like that.
Right.
And and those I actually did ballot counting too.
Wow.
Okay.
I showed up. Well, not really the ballot watcher. Excuse me, watched them count it. So that was a whole. It's cages and cages and cages of ballots that was there to be counted. I did one shift and said, "See ya."
Wow.
It was a busy, but yeah. So. Yeah, but I'm excited.
Pull to do that Manhattan support.
Yeah.
And big shout out to Carolyn Maloney. She's one of the few.
Yeah.
That I had a positive experience with.
Right.
As an elected official.
Always.
Scott Stringer's office too. I can name just on one hand how many times we've had a good experience with these elected officials. All the rest has been horrible.
Yeah.
Terrible. It's just been terrible.
Yeah. And shout out to Nina Saxon also from his office.
Yes.
So can we get the Congresswoman on the show? Is that possible?
Oh yeah.
She's Ernie. Big shout out to Ernie. Ernie Brooks. If you're listening, we need the Congresswoman to come on the show.
And I'm connected with her people too. So either way, we're gonna
we're gonna make that happen.
I think that'll be great.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because we can get more of an inside view
Miss
of
Lessa.
what's going on. So. I'm okay. So this is dope, because if you become like the president of like Queens, right? What does this mean for me? Does this mean anything for me? Does it mean like I know the borough president?
Well, we still gonna be doing the show.
We could be talking.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'll be like, yo, Stan, I need a permit. I want to throw a jam. Like this, does it kind of work like that? Like
Stan
it's really
said
like that?
he'll still be doing the show. But when you get those calls, you gotta go.
Well,
Gotta go,
my
gotta
goal
go.
is to continue doing
Yeah.
what we're doing
No,
now.
but when you gotta go, you
gotta go.
understand that.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
You pop in when you can.
Yeah. And,
brother.
we keep it as real as possible. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And if you're in for 30 minutes to come on the show, you know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? The thing is as long as you maintain a connection with the people, you know what I'm saying? They can see you. I mean, the only thing that's going to happen from that is like, oh, the Queensboro president is on a podcast that comes on every Sunday at 4 o'clock. It's just a medium for you. You know what I'm saying? You tune in, hey, listen, and then they flooding you with, all the
I think
questions
that's
you
how
don't answer.
politicians should be.
Mm-hmm.
You shouldn't win and then all of a sudden disappear and go somewhere and nobody never see you.
Exactly.
You all distant from the community that you say you serve.
Exactly.
So hopefully, I know I'm not going to be that way.
Oh, of
Yeah,
course
I'm an
not.
organizer.
I think
Right.
the smart thing of it is to have an hour show where
you can talk directly
where
to
you
the
can talk
people.
directly to the
Right.
people.
Yeah.
They can call you
Right.
directly, and they have a place that oh, you know what? I can text Stan on the chat room,
Right.
and email Stan, and know that there's that you will instantly respond.
Right.
You know what I'm
Right.
saying? That's dope.
Right.
So I love that.
And just him building, we already talking it in existence,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
We're speaking
Sure.
it in existence.
'Cause it's gonna
Just the
happen.
team that he's going to build when he does get in, the people as well. Because you don't always, like I said, you always don't have to reach out to the person. It's always someone,
Right.
because you can be really literally busy. I mean, I call you now and can't get you sometimes,
Oh,
right? Come
Lord.
on, we all can attest to that, right?
Oh, you know what? I'm just
or
gonna
his
say-
or his box is full,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, that's a
Sometimes,
challenge.
so I mean, but it's okay. Like, we got your direct number, but we're going to be okay with if we can't get you to speak to somebody that's your constituent services or whatever those titles are going to
speak
be.
for you, man.
Yeah.
All my justice for all folks, and y'all got to be part of this team, and all of us.
Right.
Y'all got to be part of this team to make this happen.
That's what's going on. So, I saw some letters of complaint this week. What is it? Just Fix It.
Yeah,
Nice
Just
and
Fix It. Yeah.
Who'd you have? You had a couple. I saw a couple of.
We did a couple of good things. We have a group out of Ravenswood doing Ravenswood Wednesdays when we out there. We had about 14 people that have signed up. So I got to call those folks and have them submit their letters. But about 3 or 4 of them have. And then big shout out to Nycha Jimenez. We went to Jefferson houses
Okay.
in Manhattan. And we did some door knocking there. And Nycha is powerful. She knocked on every door on the floor and just got everybody out.
Awesome. Okay.
And folks were signing up. So we're going to go do that again this week. Hopefully we get Kimberly Tyree out there to come out as well.
Okay.
And just build power there, knocking door to door. And we'll be doing the same thing in Ravenswood and really building bases in other locations. And I can tell folks, Nycha residents are really on the verge and they're ready to go on a rent strike. I'm calling it out there now. We mentioned that a year or so ago and it seemed ahead of its time and the residents were kind of scared, but I think after COVID-19 and people seeing just where they stand
Right.
in terms of the city government and how people feel about Nycha, I think people are fed up.
Right.
So we got about 3 or 4 or 5 residents, in Queensbridge and in Ravenswood, as who said basically, I want to stop paying rent starting next month. So we're gonna probably have some sort of press conference, and we'll start with the ones that we have and say let's build from there. And I think for all the Nycha residents listening, that's really what you're gonna have to do at some point. To say, you know what, the only way they're gonna respect us is if we just don't pay. If we're not getting the proper services
shut the money down.
that we should get.
Yeah.
Shut down the money. That's the deal. Does Nina? Let me see. Nina. Somebody's in the chat room here. I just want to. I like to answer the chat room. Okay, Marina Hallisa is watching. Hey, what's up? Big shout out. And then Nina Makiba Saxon. Does anybody?
Well,
Hey,
that's
hey, sis.
she's from Scott Stringer's
Yeah.
office,
Okay.
and I remember on the Zoom call, she made a promise to say, you know what, we're not gonna be like all the rest, and so and they've kept that promise. So big shout out Nina, James, and all the folks in your office have been incredible, responding to tenants' needs directly and quickly.
Yeah.
So I'm
And Nina's all over. I mean, she's all over the city doing stuff. So,
yeah, they kept their
with
word.
Nycha and stuff like that.
kept their
She's
word.
definitely present.
Okay.
You know.
Yeah, I'm just seeing these things kind of pop up in the chat room. I like to mention people.
Well, I
Hopefully
like to
Cynthia
talk.
Tibbs is out there. Call in.
I know, right? Maybe she's busy right now.
Don't be too busy, Cynthia, but go ahead.
Well, let me
This will be the
discuss
first show
my
on.
issue in my building.
Yeah.
Let's go. Let's talk about it.
So yesterday, I was in and out, and I'm like, this elevator's not working. I'm pressing. One is working, but one wasn't operable. And the button kept like like the light would disappear. So that means as if it picked it up. And I'm like, why is it doing? I keep pressing it. I'm looking, the elevator's stuck. I'm on the 10th floor. It's between the 10th and 11th floor, elevator PE1. So it was out since about 3 o'clock. I had to go to Twitter last night and show a little video of it. You know, you could see from like on the first floor, you could see it going 10, 11, 10, 11, because we have new elevators that don't really work well.
Right.
So 10, 11, 10, 11. And so I shot a little video and I tagged a few people and electeds and stuff. So 2:30 in the morning, I receive an email that our elevator has been out since 3 p.m. and it'll be, you know, they're working on it. Like it's disrupted. No, the elevator's stuck between floors. It's not disrupted. It's a problem. And when I left out about 2:30, it still was not
As
operating.
2:30 as of today?
Right. All they had out there was the sign, because the sign wasn't even out in the morning. So they came out and finally put a sign up, and it says until, you know, as soon as possible, basically. So, but usually when the elevators are out, they're fixed really quick. So that must be a real problem.
Wow.
And it's problematic being that we're in a pandemic.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's the summer.
Right.
So it's detrimental to everyone in that building, because it's 24 stories in that building with 2 elevators, and both elevators need to be working.
Wow.
So, yeah.
Quick question: who is Marina Halassa? Who's that?
Marina, she's from,
okay.
She's a powerful activist
yes.
in Manhattan. I think she's
Hey,
running for
hi,
office
sis.
too.
Yeah, she is.
Yeah, she's running for office.
She's chatting it up right now. She's like, let's see, she's like, Greg Russ, public trust, scheme is a farce.
Yes.
That's
right.
She's like, don't get me started, peeps. I'll tell Fulton to watch.
Well,
okay.
Well, that's what you should be doing. That's what you should be doing.
And feel free to call in and talk about that.
Yeah, exactly.
Because they are trying a whole new a new scheme,
Yeah.
or a whole new privatization scheme. It's a new name, but the same game, same nonsense. You know, we're
They
not
say
going
it's
for
public
it.
to public when it's public private.
Right, they're trying to fool us.
So what is it called? What is it actually called?
Was
The blueprint?
They call it the blueprint.
Oh, Jay-Z.
Right.
Yeah, they call it the blueprint. Yeah.
Okay, they tried to make it feel a little familiar to us, huh?
Exactly.
The blueprint.
Exactly.
Ooh, psychological
It's the
warfare.
same
Maybe
nonsense.
And it's another privatization, you
Jay-Z
said?
can sue them for that. No.
For
Yeah.
using
Well, they
I'm just
took
saying,
it-
it's the title of his album. I'm just saying. So
And it's
you know,
public housing.
Yeah, public
Multi
housing.
projects. Come on, you know I don't really.
Yeah, I never thought
Sounds
about
like
that, you
sounds
know?
like
Okay.
drink what your mama gave you.
Yes. Can we talk about that? Can we talk about that?
We need to talk about
Drink
that.
what your mama gave you. That's
So
a
I had to,
Sunday album.
I had to give my brother right here a call. I'm watching this commercial, and at the end it goes, "Drink what your mama gave you," and I'm like, wait a minute. So I go Google, and I see it's been out since March,
Wow.
and there's several different, like, you know, versions of it. And I had to look at it again. I DVR'd and had the tape, and I'm looking, "Drink what your mama gave." Wait a minute. My guy right here made the hit song "Shake What Your Mama Gave You," right?
That's right.
You need to look into that, brother.
That's right.
Because no one says drink. Mike, if you were my son, you would say, "I had to drink with mama." No,
That
no,
doesn't
that's-
sound right. That
it's
sounds
drink what your
ridiculous.
mama
Right,
gave you.
that's
It's shake
ridiculous.
what your mama gave you.
Right.
They took it and just turned. You got some paper, bro.
Yeah, they just took they put drink what your
Yeah.
mama gave you.
Yeah.
So I guess we're gonna have to go put the lawyers on them and slay
Yeah,
that.
yeah,
You know what
yeah.
I'm saying? You
It's
know.
always good to have eyes, right?
Yeah,
Eyes and ears to the
And she
streets.
called like early. It was about 11 o'clock. She's like, Rock. Hold on, Coca-Cola.
Diet
Drink what
Coke,
your
yeah.
diet.
Oh, it's
Drink what
Coca-Cola?
your-
Diet
yeah,
Coke.
That's a big
drink
drink.
what your mama gave you. It wasn't no small commercial.
Right.
Talking
Right.
about. And I was like, I had heard some about it, and she's like, "Nah, listen, you need to go and get your money because
Look
they
into
thinking
it.
about you. That's
Right.
that's
Yeah.
obviously you.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
we're gonna definitely
Yeah, get that paper.
yeah,
Yeah.
we're gonna go for the lawsuit on that one. You know,
Yeah.
and see what we can
Yeah.
what we can shake from the tree.
It's
You know what
funny
I'm saying?
because when you think about the entities, okay, like Coke,
Right.
they got the people doing their ads and stuff. They don't know.
Right.
They don't know. They just writing these checks and paying for this expensive commercial and not
Yep.
knowing that they're stealing something.
Yeah.
Right.
You know,
And
yeah.
that's obvious. That's just
Yeah.
That's obvious.
Drink
Yeah.
what-
One
and-
word.
Yeah, exactly.
One word.
Wow.
And use the yo mama. Just like, come on, say, hit us with it.
Drink what your mama gave you. Shake what your mama gave you. It's the same thing,
Right.
people.
Right. Right.
Yeah.
I did it. I did it.
That's right. He did it. He did it.
That was,
Give him
she
his-
called me
give him
about
his
that
paper.
early. She called me that with that early, bro.
Yeah.
That was really tremendous.
find
So,
that.
I mean, so you know,
You
I'm
gotta
so
call.
curious. Oh, who's calling, Stan?
I have no idea.
Oh, okay. All right, cool.
I have no
You
idea.
know what? Big shout out to Cynthia Tibbs, right? She was on last week.
Yes.
Yeah.
She came
Yes.
on last week. That was a really powerful show
She
last
ain't
week.
watching this week.
You know what? I didn't see her pop in, and I'm kind of concerned.
Yeah, Cynthia, we
You know,
we miss
might-
you here.
She might
Yeah.
be busy. You know what I'm saying?
She done
CT.
came out. She done came out and been on the camera and stuff. Now she camera shy.
Yeah, now you camera shy.
Yeah,
Still
yeah.
happening. So she
She did say thank you for putting in
But
the
she
cab
did
and
text
stuff,
me this
too.
week. I know she had a meeting with the Greg Russ guys, and so I did want her to call in and kind of say what happened, you know, and give us an update on how that meeting went as they're trying to sell the blueprint to all these resident association presidents. And it's
Shout
not
out to
gonna work.
Occupy Nycha.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes,
shout out
yeah.
to y'all.
Absolutely. How's their movement going? I haven't heard anything from them in a long time, but that's
They're
I
still-
could be out
they're
of the
still
loop.
relevant,
How's that movement
yeah.
going?
The fact that they got the phone call,
Yeah.
they knew who to talk to. That they're
They got
very
the phone
powerful
call for
to meet
Greg
with Greg Russ and all these other elected officials,
okay.
and you know, they were the ones in the room representing all of us. You know, so I know we were all very well represented.
Okay.
'Cause I know they are firm against privatization, and I know they're not going to fall for no nonsense. So I am waiting to hear. She gave me an update on my phone, you know, but I like for her to be able to share it with all of
Right,
us. So
right,
hopefully,
right.
Cynthia, if you watch and call in, if not this show, next show.
Right, if you could talk about it, right?
Right. If you can talk about it, right. If you
Now, is she with Occupy Nycha?
Yes,
Yeah,
She's with
she's
Occupy
part of it.
Nycha, okay. And then was she part of 700 Strong also? Or that's just
But
somebody
she knows so many
advocates for?
people.
Yeah.
She knows.
Yeah, I
so
think
many
she advocates for them.
Yeah,
I think
yeah.
like
No,
she's
I
kind of
don't.
like down with them or kind of like...
Talk about enough her ears are ringing. She'll
Yeah,
set,
yeah,
she'll
yeah,
set it
yeah.
straight,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
The 700 Strong was really dope,
Right,
too.
yeah, we're
Yeah.
going to get them
I
on
really
as
like
well,
that.
too.
They need to come on because
Yeah,
they
we
really need to
definitely-
promote. I think not enough people know that these guys exist, that they can fix your apartment.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? These are
Right.
independent contractors that live in have been brought up in NYCHA, you know, that are willing to come in and do. There was a word that she used. The crash crew, right? The crash crew comes in
Yeah.
and they work down your line. They do
Right.
the A line, and then there's a crash crew for the B line, and a crash crew for the C line, and so on down to get the work done efficiently.
Right.
Right.
You
right.
know, so
Especially when you think of water, like what people that have water damage.
yeah,
And they patch something or they fix something or fix your cabinet. If they don't never identify that leak, it's still problematic.
And they never really do.
Right.
I mean,
But
I get so
I'm
many
sure
calls.
700 Strong
Right.
will do
Absolutely.
it. Right?
Absolutely.
Because we got
They
a guy
will.
in my development, a resident worker, Patrick. He's able to identify. I had water coming from the bottom of my cabinet. My towels had water in it.
Wow.
And everybody was coming. They couldn't find out where the leak was, and he was able to identify it. Months later.
Wow.
see, there you go. So there are skilled people.
Yeah.
And you know,
He's
on the flip
old-timer.
side, NYCHA, I understand. Maybe you don't have the staffing
No, they
or
have it.
the
Yeah.
manpower. I don't know, whatever excuse you want to give. But here's the deal: we got a solution.
Right.
You know what
700
I'm saying? A
Strong.
powerful solution.
If
And
they were really interested in the
Yeah.
solution, it shows that they're not so interested by them not, you know, hearing those guys out.
Right.
You know,
Yeah.
it's terrible.
Yeah.
Well, that's them trying to, once again, you know, if you don't want progress, if that's not what you're trying to do, right?
Well, you know, as a former city worker, the city actually goes for the lowest bid. So.
Yeah, why
And
not?
I'm not saying 700 Strong is at the top, but I mean, they probably have, and maybe somewhere in the middle, because they're going to do the good work.
Right.
Right.
You know what
Right.
I'm saying? So if you want to go for something cheap, you're going to hire a little mom and pop, you know,
Right.
like the
Right.
painters when
Pop
they come.
shop, yeah.
Yeah, when the painters come, I'm like, the painter came to paint my apartment and he didn't even speak English. And I'm like, you're not coming in here.
Right.
We can't even have a dialogue.
Right.
Yeah,
You know?
yeah,
So,
yeah.
I mean, you know, so.
Well, it seems like NYCHA gonna always be kind of lazy when it comes to certain things like that. That's why I was promoting Green City Force, what I actually am alumni at. They teach green construction themselves. So, I mean, I put sheetrocks on walls, insulation inside walls. I had a BPI class, that's a building performance institution class.
That's right. Break it down. Go ahead.
And,
Good, Mike. Good, Mike.
we had a G Pro, which is a green professionals, course, teach us about energy efficiency. And it's at that time when I was there, it was 6 months. They had an urban agriculture team as well, people that just deal with farming. I mean, we all deal with each part of it. Like farmers deal with green construction deal with a little bit of the farming, but the one that's on the farm team is mainly the farm team.
Okay.
So, but they teach us all these different type of skills at the same time as giving people. You have to be between the ages of 18 and 24, living in NYCHA
Okay.
with a diploma,
Okay.
and they will give you a monthly Metro card and a stipend.
Okay.
And when I was
That's
there in
good.
2013, they gave us a $500 stipend at that time with the Maloney Metro card.
Was that 500 what, a month, a week? What?
No, every 15th and 30th.
Okay.
That's still happening right now.
$1,000.
Is it still available for NYCHA
What's the
residents now?
website? Tell us
Yeah,
about the
see the
website.
program?
I'm
Green City Force.
I'm going on
I
that.
was telling you about.
Yeah, you told me. Yeah, but say everybody can hear it. So we
Yeah.
know
No, Green City Force.
Yeah.
That org.
Well, you know what?
I'm not sure
Google it
what
and
is.
make
I don't
sure
wanna
before
say-
we close the show.
Right.
Google it and
Yeah,
just
so
say
we're
it.
gonna get because
Yeah, you want to
NYCHA
get.
residents. That's a good deal.
I'm gonna hit the
Yeah.
chat room real quick, y'all. Let me
Yeah.
see what I got.
That's good.
But
Big
Finish
shout
it.
out to Travis
Green
Adder
City Force.
watching. That's my cousin.
Okay.
Let me see. Gary Delamar always in the house, and he says, "Yep, the city always
Google it.
takes the lowest bidder." We got Lenora Irving is watching. What's up, Lenora? Timothy Johnson and Michael Cox are watching. Big shout out. And Mona Halasa is watching.
Monty, we got to get you on the show.
And then it's
Talk about your campaign.
Ixlag players or Zigtix player. That's new. Okay. That's your friend? You know that one? Okay. What you got? Zig. Okay. XLGITTZX players is checking it out. Ronald McKenzie's looking, and okay, we're looking good in the chat rooms on my end.
Well, look, I found Green City Force. This is greencityforce.org.
Okay.
Right here, it say GCF's response to COVID-19. Green City Force is closing our office and in-person programs from March 13th to May 15th, 2020. And
It's July.
it's July.
August.
So it's August.
Yeah.
Look,
Right.
they back in business because that was May. Between May and March, they was closed down only because they deal with the people. They
Awesome.
They
And
go. They have a farm in
ages you
Red
gotta
Hook.
be? What's the
18
ages?
to 24.
18 to 24?
They have a farm in Bayview. They have a farm
What was
in
that email? What was that website?
greencityforce.org.
Okay.
Y'all got that?
Ages 18 to 24. You must have a diploma and live in NYCHA.
That's
Sounds
good.
like a really good opportunity.
Yeah, keep our kids
And this
out of trouble.
program, what do you learn in the program?
Energy efficiency. Period.
Period, point
Energy
blank.
efficiency.
Okay.
They even give
Solar
a break-
panels and
Yes, I put up solar panels myself.
okay,
That's beautiful.
Okay,
So
beautiful.
they teach us rules about even fossil fuels, about like how oil, coal and natural gas come from fossil fuels, which is compressed and store you for millions of years with heat. That's how, they break down all this and about how water is, about how it's about only 3% of water on Earth. They break down everything about that.
Sound like
So
a
they
really
don't
good
just
program.
give you the hands-on work; they actually give you the information as well.
Awesome.
Cool. Carry me, guys, because I'm going to find that website to put up on the screen. So you guys continue to talk.
Well, I'll say all the young folks out there, that sounds like a good program. And you got to take advantage of this stuff because if you don't, then they take it away. They'll feel, well, nobody's really using it, so the programs will go away. So for all you young folks, take advantage, get involved, learn a skill, and get paid.
Yeah.
Can't
Keeps
beat
them
that.
out of trouble,
Yeah,
too.
yeah.
I mean, money in their pocket. You ain't got to go worry about doing anything negative to get paper. And it also alleviates a burden from your family that's helping taking care of you. It helps you become self-sufficient.
That's right. I like it. So we're going to keep looking up.
Yeah,
But
keep
Lisa
going.
Vasquez, we're going to be out in Staten Island.
Tell me
Thursday.
about that.
Yeah.
Oh, what?
Yeah, so
we
we're gonna
finally
be,
getting out
Yeah,
there.
we're going to be knocking on some doors in Staten Island with Lisa to build a base, around her. And I'm excited about that. I know Lisa's very powerful, and I know folks out there in Staten Island got to be woken up.
Yeah.
So we're gonna be out there on Thursday, knocking on some doors. So anybody wants to come out and support
Thursday,
us?
right?
Thursday. Come on.
What
come
time
on.
again?
We probably like around 1 in that area.
Because we had to call with her.
Yeah, we gotta. I guess
thought
probably
so.
confirm the time, but I'm
Right.
thinking like around 1, sometime in the afternoons. I
Right.
know it's gonna take
Yeah.
some time to get out there.
Exactly.
So I wanna
I know
make
we
sure-
said the afternoon.
Yeah, it's definitely
I don't know if
afternoon.
we said.
May not be 1. You may push it 2 or 3.
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a lady that's part of Sika that lives in Staten Island, so you definitely need to get in contact with her. I can't think
Okay.
of her name right now, but I
Yeah, send
don't
it
know
to
if you know who she is, but I
Is
don't
it-
know if she's at Lisa's development.
All right. Yeah. Get the information to me.
because she has a lot of issues. She was showing me some brown water when I was at a Sika meeting, and she's very active in Sika. I can't think of her name. Shout out to Sika.
Yes.
Shout out to Sika. I got
Dr. Falani.
Yes.
When I ran for city council, it was with Dr. Falani, and it wasn't called Seeking then, but she's the one that kind of got me into the whole thing, and again, not the best experience, but here I am years later, looking to do it again. So big shout out to Dr. Falani. She's been like a mentor, all these years,
We're
So
going to get everybody on this train.
Yeah.
Everybody on this train. I got the website up right here. So there it is across the screen. What you were talking about, right? The GCF response to COVID. This is the website. I just took a quick picture of the website so y'all can see the website. That's all that I have. And then from there, you guys can do what you got to do. All right, so I want you to see that. It's real, and you can see it. All right, bet.
Okay. Stop depending on Nycha to sit here and fix our houses and snake our toilets and sinks.
And this is a Nycha program.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Okay. Green
It's an
City Force.
It's you have to live in Nycha. It's an alumni act. It's in the AmeriCorps program. The AmeriCorps program. It's a Green City Force is an organization that's an AmeriCorps program that deals with NYCHA tenants.
That's good. That's
And
good.
this is all around the city? Is this all 5 boroughs?
Yes.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
Okay, awesome. Yeah,
I know people that was in my cohort that came straight from Staten Island.
Okay.
Wow.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's good information.
Okay.
I got one people to shout out, man. Con Edison, man. What's going on? My lights have been out all week long. Yo, Con Edison, what is going on? Still out.
Still? You got
It's-
dressed in the dark
In
stand?
the dark. This is insane. It's
Wait a minute.
insane. This has been
You
out.
still don't have no electricity?
I have no electricity still to this day. And there's still thousands of people without lights and without electricity. They said it's supposed to come on at 11 o'clock tonight. I got a text message.
Wow.
You know, but that's horrible.
Sorry to hear that.
That's horrible, you know, for folks to live like that. For this long.
How you charging up your stuff?
You can't charge nothing up.
No.
Wow.
I mean, nothing.
I did that. How long you been out, Stan?
Since the storm happened, was that Tuesday?
Yeah, like Tuesday.
Yeah,
right?
it went out that night, and it's been out ever since.
So you got spoilage and all
So I
of
had to
that.
throw all my food out. Everything's gone.
And
Yeah.
the bad thing is people don't have receipts, right? Unless they charge, you know,
Right,
report
right,
it like
right.
that kind of way.
Right.
I went out Tuesday.
Are you still out?
I came on Friday.
Wow, you know.
Really?
Yeah, Friday I came on Friday morning
Oh,
at
yeah,
9 o'clock.
you did say something
Yeah.
funny like that.
Yeah,
the,
Friday.
the Stone Age.
Yeah.
Word up.
Insane.
I was in the Stone Age, Jack. I had to go places. So how I was charging my phone was I would go places, charge both of my laptops.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I would use my laptops as batteries to keep my phone charged. You know what I'm saying? And one goes fast, and I have the other one to
crazy.
recharge. And I mean, food went bad.
Yeah.
I lost a refrigerator full of meat.
Yeah, same here.
You know, I couldn't sleep at night. You know,
Oh, the heat. Yeah.
yeah, the heat, because you ain't got no
man.
AC.
Wow.
Then there's nothing for you to do, so you're just laying there looking crazy.
Yeah.
Like,
Dark, right?
in the dark,
Yeah.
you're doing
Yeah.
nothing. And then without the AC, I had to figure out how to actually get cool. So I'm going to give you guys some advice if you're having trouble sleeping, right? And you need to get cool. Take a cold towel and wrap it around your neck.
Okay,
right?
maybe I'll do that tonight.
Yeah,
It don't
and
come
this
on.
will bring your body temperature down, and you will feel it's almost like having a personal air conditioning.
Oh, really?
Yeah, 100%. It's called a
Okay.
vagal maneuver, right? I used to do that as a EMT when I was working on the Hudson River boats.
Right.
Right, and the boats, the captain would deliberately turn off. Secret, y'all. The captain used to deliberately turn off the AC so people would drink more at the bar. But the staff, and security guys would overheat. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
They're walking around, so I would get the ice pack, put it on their neck, and even for heat cramps, great for heat cramps. You want to get rid of heat cramps? Put an ice pack on the back of your neck, heat cramps go. So it was like, wow, we didn't know that. So now the other night, I took my own advice, and I said, well, I guess if I do this, that'll bring my body temperature down, and I'll be comfortable. And sure enough, slept like a baby.
Wow.
Yeah, nice cold. Make the colder the better.
Okay, well,
Bring it out.
I'll be doing that
Let
tonight.
it be cold. Put it around your neck. Go to sleep.
I'm still on all this food going bad. You should just do a barbecue.
Yeah, man. I
All
lost
the food is gone now.
I lost salmon. I lost some Philly cheesesteaks. It wasn't too bad. It was like salmon and Philly cheese, and I had a bunch of salmon that I lost. So it kind of is. Yeah.
And I sit there and I'm thinking about how nice
Yeah.
residents feel. Now I got a
put all
little
that
taste when you going
Yeah.
somewhere into an apartment and it's not habitable.
Right,
You know, and it doesn't. You feel bad, man. So I really understood. I got an understanding this week of
You got a
what
taste of
of
that.
what
Right.
of what folks are really dealing with.
Right.
You know, and it's depressing. You sitting there like, wow, you don't have peace in your own house.
And as the
Right.
next
And-
Queensboro president, you're not
Sir?
going to let that happen.
Yeah. Well,
We'll
yeah.
stop the madness, sir. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
All right. Well,
Yeah.
that's fair enough. Well, anybody have any last closing remarks? We're at 5:15. We've been up now for just about an hour,
Okay.
according to the live clock.
Well, I want to announce our next guest for next week.
Oh, yeah.
Wait.
Okay.
Now I'm excited. All right, here we go. All right, cool. So, Sandra Coleman.
So next
Go.
week we will have Rebecca Lamort. She's running for City Council, District 5. she also makes those marvelous flyers that we
Yes.
that helps promote.
Woo! Yes, yes.
And
Big shout out to Rebecca.
Yeah, give us some.
Can I hit that?
You can give us
Yeah.
some.
You gotta get that. And I'm Rebecca.
Give it a beat.
And she's coming on next week.
Yeah.
And she's going for city council seat number 5. Is that what she-
District 5.
District
And
5?
she was like, oh, and we could, because, we organizers from the Upper East Side Vigil. Shout out to them.
Yes,
and it's actually
indeed.
called The Gathering now, but we still say Vigil Gathering, because they, change it up. But we still do the 8 minutes and 46 seconds. So she was like, yeah, we'll ride out. So she's going to drive us out, and we're going to drive from here to the Vigil, so I don't have to worry about the trains next week.
Yes.
Yeah, and
Big shout-
also.
I met Rebecca last week.
Yes,
right?
you
Yeah,
did.
she's
Yes,
very
you
nice.
did. Yeah,
She's very
yeah.
nice.
You
Really
all
committed too.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah,
really committed.
Yeah,
really
when you
committed.
see me, you see her.
Yeah,
You see
yeah,
her. You see
yeah,
me. Like
yeah.
she's really in the community. And today at the Upper East Side Vigil, we have Dr. Jessie Fields from Seeker
From
coming
Seeker,
out.
yes,
So
yes,
she's
yes.
a Harlem-based physician,
Yes.
activist.
What
and
time's the vigil?
7 p.m. So
And what is the address?
Carl Schutz Park, 86 in East End. So I'll be racing out to get there with these messed up trains. But all in all, that's basically it.
All right, cool.
They be
Mike.
out there every day at 7 o'clock.
7 p.m.
Right?
every day.
Committed. How many days now?
60, probably 68.
That's
And also
beautiful.
Saturday we have I think it's at 5, we have like a potluck. So we really like coming together. Like,
That's good.
yeah, it's cool. Yeah.
I like
Trying to be
it.
heard.
And then at 7 we do the vigil. So it's just coming together.
Nah, it's very nice. And matter of fact, last week when I was there, they had a lot of artwork.
Yeah.
Right? And they did like a lot of street stuff on the street. And next week I'm gonna put it up. But I had to. Was it Rebecca's husband or the person that did the artwork for me?
It was just one of the. He was actually the guy that runs the library for us. I can't think his name. Forgive me. But yeah,
Really
runs
nice.
the
He was an
building.
artist, and they said I could use the crayon, the chalk. And
Yeah,
do
I
it.
saw you. You
but
put
I couldn't do it. So he did it.
It's up, right?
Yeah.
Right. So.
He did it, and he put it. He did the whole thing, and he did all the shows. He did
Yeah.
One Night Show, the real
I saw
discussion.
that. I
ESP.
saw that. That was
You
really
know what I'm
cool.
saying? So it was really nice that he did that.
And lastly, Friday, my guy Blue, Daryl Blue, is coming out to the vigil. He's going to do a set. He sings. And he's coming with his music and everything. He's going to tear the place down.
Wow.
So
nice.
they're going to sit back and relax. It's like a little. We're going to have a little vibe.
Yeah,
So you
yeah,
do the
Friday.
visual every
okay.
day.
Every night, yeah. But we have had comedians come out, different speakers. So it's, and we still do the 8 minutes and 46 seconds. But Friday night, if you have not heard any live singing, and I sing out there a little acapella and stuff, but he's coming with some music is amplified.
Wow.
So it's going to be really nice. And he
Okay.
really performs when he sings. So,
Okay.
yeah, so it's going to be
Okay.
fun.
Fair
It's
enough.
free, so.
Yeah. Oh, you know what? I'm gonna have to pop out on
I
Friday
think
night.
I'll be up there that time for sure.
Stan Moore, saying last words.
Yeah, definitely. Looking forward again to going out to Staten Island with Lisa. We'll be in Ravenswood handing out food.
What day you going to Lisa? By the way,
Lisa's Thursday.
Thursday. Is there a particular location you're meeting?
We're gonna go right to her development.
Yeah.
Oh, you're
so,
gonna
right. So I'm not sure. I guess we'll get the address from her, but yeah,
Yeah.
we're gonna go right to her development,
To her development.
and knock on some doors and let folks know that you have a right to stand up and
Okay,
fight
so
back.
you're power building.
Yeah, we're gonna build a base.
Okay,
build
okay,
a base
there you
around
go.
her, and then hopefully I know Lisa's a powerhouse, so she'll
Yeah.
develop it, and then then they have some collective power out there in Staten Island. So I'll be doing that. I'm going back with Nycha on Tuesday, I believe, to knock on doors in Jefferson houses. So we'll continue doing that. No, that's Wednesday. We'll continue doing that, and we just want to build power. And make sure that folks in Nycha continue to stand up and go on a rent strike.
Yeah.
That's what we must do.
Organize.
Organized rent strike. That's what we're calling for.
All right,
Yeah.
cool enough. And
Money Mike.
is there any place where they can get any information about the rent strike or how to do the rent strike? Because people, they don't understand the concept of it a lot. Is it
Well, I'm going to give out my number. Call me 646-705-8887. Or you can email me at stanmorse, J4A, the number 4, and A, at gmail.com. Call me directly and we'll work it out.
right? And then also you have the One Nycha email address, which is Sandra Coleman. What is it?
One Nycha TV at gmail.com.
There you go. One Nycha TV at gmail.com.
Money
So
Mike.
you can also do that wherever you want to get the information.
Yeah.
Because you'll need to understand how to do a rent strike. It
Right.
isn't like you just rent strike
Yeah.
and go spend your money. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Right.
It goes into an escrow
right.
account.
Right.
And when it comes time for the judge to say ante up, your money got to be there. You know what I'm saying?
And what's really interesting is the ones who are stepping forward now. We can't hold money in escrow because the attorneys are not able to do that yet.
Okay.
But they're so serious. They're like, we're gonna get money orders. We're gonna get money orders.
Right,
we're gonna hold
right.
it.
We talked about
we
that on the meetings.
took
Yeah, I brought that
we got
up,
that
yeah.
message from Sandrea. So
Yeah.
we passed it on to these residents, and they're really serious. So they're leading this, and that's how it should be. It shouldn't be us leading it. They're leading it, saying we want to do it, and so we're gonna support them.
Powerful. Mike, anything you got to say? Because after that, I'm hitting the button and we done.
Money,
Well, I
Mike.
just want to let everybody know that what was that?
Feedback, headphones. Go ahead.
Live wire was talking. Nah.
Mike from Ravenswood. Yeah,
But I just wanted to tell everybody that whoever have anybody, any relatives between the ages of 18 and 24, go to Green City Force. That's a good team to work with. And if you have anything else to talk about Nycha with, you can always contact us. One Nycha TV at gmail.com.
That's
Or you
right.
can catch us here on live.
All right. And you know
right.
what? With that note, I guess, I'm trying to put that web thing back up again. Let me just see if I can get it back up. So this updates as it goes. Got it. All right. Well, you know what? One Nycha. Okay, let me put us back on TV. There you go. One Nycha, we done, and we'll see everybody next week. Yes?
Yes,
All right.
absolutely.
All right, that's dope. Here we go.
All right.
I ain't thank you.